Do you want to see what terrible purchases look like from a six-figure seller? Check this out, because this is going to be fun. In this video, I'm going to show you 100 items that I just ended in my eBay Everything store so you can see what terrible purchases I've made in the past. Sometimes I think what happens is that people see someone like me on YouTube that's a six-figure seller and they feel like, you know, that guy's got it all figured out. Well, trust me, I make bad purchases just like everyone else. And let me say, I'm not going to go through the entire 100 items because that would take way too long. I'm going to skim through some of them and I'm going to stop and show you the more important ones or the more expensive ones that I thought were super cool that still didn't sell. I'm also going to talk to you about how my store is going to pivot in 2025. I'm getting rid of a lot of different categories that I'm just not going to carry, and I'm going to put very specific rules that I need to follow in order for me to be able to pick something up and put it in my store. I'm also going to answer some questions and look at some viewer comments throughout the entire video because that's always fun. So if you ever have something to say, you can always leave it in the comments below in any of my videos, and maybe you'll make it to one of these. All right, let's get the party started right here. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 listings of Halloween bags. Let's look at one of them. Here we go. I did sell quite a few of these. I was shipping them out, and of course, Halloween's over. I've had them for a little over a year and a half, and I did buy them for 10 cents each, and 10 cents for like a lot of 10, so they were like a penny. So I made some decent money, but I just need to get rid of them because they're just taking up space now. And look, I like retail arbitrage after the holidays, Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and such, but they won't always sell. You'll sell some of them, but not all of them. So just be careful if you're doing retail arbitrage. Here, let's look at this one. I'm keeping this. This is mine. Fire King bread loaf pen anchor hawking. Anchor hawking sells well, except the boring stuff doesn't sell, or even the ones that have some pattern on them. It just depends on the pattern. If it's not collectible, you're not going to sell it. I kept this and I used it to put things inside, like my dog sprays, because I'm not using it for baking, but I put dog sprays, dog towels and stuff, and it's in a part of the kitchen where the dogs, they go through the kitchen and they go out through the back door. So we use it as a storage space, which is great because it's pretty. And I mean, I can just wash it and use it if I need to, because it is great. It's anchor hawking. It's awesome. And it is made in the USA, so it is true vintage. Let's keep going. I kept this one too. I couldn't believe that nobody wanted to buy this. Vintage MCM California pottery. This is oven safe. That means that I can put something in there, throw it in the oven to heat it up, and then just keep it warm, like dips, maybe beans, rice, because hey, Hispanic, bro. Beans and rice always. So you can just make a little plate there and it looks so nice. So I said, you know what? I'm not getting rid of this. I took it out of my inventory and I put it in my kitchen, and we're actually going to use it for this weekend or this week when my parents are here for Christmas. I'm gonna put it out with, I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna use it for peanuts. Hot peanuts with salt and some other stuff. Also, they taste real good. So I figured, you know what? Let's do that, right? Okay, let's keep going here. Vintage grain belt beer cans. I sold a bunch of other ones, but these grain belt ones didn't sell. Cans are collectibles because people put them on their bars at the top, you know, or anywhere in the bar area, and they look cool. You just depends on which cans you're talking about. Okay, before we keep going, let me take one of the first questions, or it's a comment. JFree111 says, "What a great informative video. Thanks, Damien. Also, I've been using the Reselloupe and it's been such a great tool." Awesome. This is what he's talking about. By the way, I made this. This is my own design, and I have 2 left. And just so you see that I'm not just saying things. Oh, there you go. 2 left right there. If you want to buy them, you got to get them now before they are gone. These are only $12.99. This is the comically large one for my videos. This is not what you're going to get. You're going to get a smaller one, a 6-inch and a 3-inch. And they're great for adding value to the photos you're already taking. That's what they're for. Thanks very much, JFree. JFree's also part of the posse. He is a paid subscriber, and he gets additional content to my channel. Let's keep going here. Mayberry Street miniatures. Okay, Mayberry Street miniatures do sell well. This couple, for some reason, it didn't sell. Look, it went down to $3.92. That means I've had it in my store for 7 months, $8.99 shipping, because they're not hard to ship. You just have to make sure that you pack them properly so they don't break. And I can't believe they didn't sell. More of the families sold better. The one with the dog, the one with the cat. But the Mayberry Street miniatures do sell. And I got these, I believe they were from, what is it called? Hobby Lobby. There you go. God, I forget sometimes. Okay, we're going to keep going here. Vintage cookbooks. I'm not going to go through all the cookbooks, so I'm going to show you one. I'm getting out of mostly all cookbooks, or mostly all books in general. These went down to $1.88, $5.99 shipping, and it still didn't sell, and that's okay. I have made quite a bit of money in cookbooks. They just have to be very specific from certain areas only, and they do sell. The best thing with cookbooks is to grab, say, all the Texas cookbooks and put them in a lot and sell them like that. They're easier to sell when there's a whole bunch of them than one at a time. Plus, these take up a lot of space and they're heavy. Once you start putting a lot of books together in a shelf, if you have like plastic shelves, they're going to start bowing, which are like, I do have plastic shelves in my processing room. I have the metal shelves in the warehouse, but just so you know, these things do, when you start collecting them, they get real heavy real fast. Okay, those are books. So my business is getting out of books. It's getting out of a few other things, and you'll see right now. Vintage Panama hat. So I love selling hats, but now my price points are going to increase, meaning whatever I pick up has to sell for X amount of money and above. If not, I'm not going to pick it up, because look, I thought it was a cool hat. It just says Panama Jack. It's very simple. It is a decent brand. They sell clothing. They sell shirts. They sell a bunch of other apparel. $2.87, $6.99 shipping, and it didn't sell. It's been in my store. 87 cents. That means I started at 99 cents, and every month I lower by 1 penny, or $1.01, and it goes down. That means that this was in my store for 12 months, for 1 year, and it didn't sell. That's why it's $2.87. And by the way, I charge $6.99 shipping for any hat. Doesn't matter what it is, used or well, new is free shipping. But if any hat, doesn't matter what it is, if it's pre-owned, I charge $6.99. That for me includes the box, the time, everything that I need to do to ship it. And I haven't had many issues not being able to ship hats with that shipping price point. You do what you want, but that is a good price point, and I've charged $4.99, I've charged $7.99, and the mid range is $6.99 was the one that did it for me. Next here, I do some media, except this one, I said, you know what, it's only been in my store 4 months, which would take a little longer because it's Tetris Worlds. It's a CD-ROM, but I took this out because I want it for myself. I do have a CD-ROM here in my Mac Mini. I have a setup right here. Then I'm going to be using this because sometimes I need to space out, and doing Tetris for me, it works really well. It works my brain. It works my ability to see figures in different ways, and I just like it. So I said, you know what, screw it. Let me get it out of my store and keep it. Before we keep going, let me get to another question or comment. This is a comment at Katie Pemberton 4658 says, "This was awesome. You're a great motivational speaker. I love the biking comparisons. It really made the connection to a business philosophy. Keep rocking." Well, thank you very much. She is referencing entrepreneurial failure taught me these valuable lessons. I compare, it's a motivational video for you guys. For those of you that are entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, it reminds you of how hard it really is. And I understand that, but it also reminds you that if you keep pushing through, once you get to the end, or towards the end, once you start gaining on your goals, it's just the best feeling in the world. It really is. I do recommend you guys go and check out the video. Entrepreneurial failure taught me these valuable lessons. It's going to be also linked below, so you guys can just go and click it down there, and it'll be easier for you to get there. Next, here we go. Let's see. I can't believe this one didn't sell. Champion Full Zip. It's a nice jacket. It's not vintage, at least it may be vintage. No, I didn't put vintage on there because I couldn't verify 100%. Champion Full Zip jacket, and right now it's nice and cold. Look, $2.88, $8.99 shipping. $2.88. I mean, who doesn't want to pay, what is that, $12 plus taxes for that jacket? That's a great jacket. But it didn't sell. Jackets do well for me, except Champion, it's everywhere. It's so used up that category is so packed that that's probably why it didn't sell. And $8.99 is what I charge for any shipping on any apparel, except for if it's like maybe a suit that I have to fold up and throw in a box, or if it's coveralls that are really thick, especially the fleece line ones that are for the winter, they're really big, and I have to put it in a 10 by 8 by 8 or an 8 by 8 by 8 box. Sometimes I can fit it in there. Then I'll charge $9.99 or $12.99, but for the most part, $8.99 on everything. T-shirts, shorts, jeans, jackets, whatever. Customers like uniformity. Customers like to understand that every single time they come for you or they come to your store for apparel, they're going to be charged $8.99. That's it. They don't want to be thinking, well, how much is he going to charge me now? $5, $10, $15, $8, and so on. Uniformity is key. Having consistency in your store is definitely key. It helps understand what you have in your store and what customers are going to pay. Let's keep going here. We have Seen It, the DVD game 2003 board game, family trivia game. This was new and sealed. The Seen It games are very particular which ones are purchased. And this is the generic one, the basic one. There's a whole bunch of other ones that are specific to like Friends, the show. Lord of the Rings, I think, makes one. And there's a few other ones, right? This one didn't sell and it was brand new. $4.87, $9.99 shipping. And in fact, I checked this on Amazon, and even on Amazon, it's going for nothing. So I'm just going to get rid of it. It's gone. Out of my life. This is Micro Monster Truck Madness Down and Dirty Racing. That's a CD only. Again, media, I'm getting rid of it. I'm not going to show you that one. I'm going to show you another book. This was a cool one because I thought that this was super interesting. This is a Greg Shorthand Dictionary. Definitely vintage. Definitely from 1930. It's almost freaking antique. And it takes a very specific collector for this. So if you have a booth, let's just say somewhere, right? Like if you sell antiques or vintage, these things actually do well when you have it, when people can leaf through them, when they can look at them. But online, it didn't sell. I think I sold one maybe, and I had three. $2.88. So that was in my store for what is that? 11 months, $4.99 shipping. Oh, well, that's okay. I love those collectibles, though. I gotta say, for me, I do love those collectibles. Disney Cruise Socks. This is more apparel. Disney Cruise Socks. They went down for $4.87. I did sell a few of these, and there are still two available. $4.99 shipping. They're brand new. This is before I was doing free shipping for everything new. So now my thought process with my store and my goal is to do free shipping for anything brand new. And then anything pre-owned, doesn't matter what it is, I charge some type of shipping because customers get accustomed to things. So you can train them to understand that if it's new, it'll be free shipping. Pre-owned, it's going to be charged shipping. It's the same thing when they go to Amazon. If they go to Amazon, they already know that pretty much everything's going to be prime or free shipping, right? Okay, so since customers are accustomed to that, you don't want to lose business. So what I started doing is that if it's new, free. If it's pre-owned, charge shipping. eBay has trained customers to expect some shipping, especially when it's pre-owned. And that's great. I mean, that's where you can build in costs like the cost of materials, the cost of boxes, the cost of bubble wrap, the cost of your time. You can build that in, and it's okay. Most people think, well, I don't do that because that's just wrong. Because that's wrong. Because shipping is only supposed to be for shipping. Says who? Says who? Let's break this down. Why would it be a problem to charge X amount of money? Let's say I charge $9.99 and the customer says, oh, okay, $9.99 plus $20 for the item. I'll pay $30. No problem. Great. And they pay you for the item. Why would it be a bad thing? What the hell do you care if they're okay with it? As long as the entire price that they're paying for that item makes sense to them, doesn't matter. This is how I do. This is what I use, the tactic that I use to build in some of those costs that can't go into the pricing because the pricing online, you have to be competitive. But when you build it into the shipping, people are like, okay, well, it's going to cost $9 to ship. It's going to cost $9 to ship. You'd be amazed at how many people don't understand how much things cost to ship. And I'm not trying to get anybody. It's just a way for me to keep my business going so that I can provide the products that they need at the prices that they want. Everybody wins. Remember that. Here's another vintage cookbook. And before I keep going, let me go to another question. Oh, actually, I want to call this out. This is James Helferstay. James Helferstay. He's got 20,000 subs. And somebody sent me this. One of my posse members sent me this. They said, hey, did you know that somebody did a reaction video on your video? And I'm like, what? So I went to here, and I thought it was super cool because I love that video that I just did. It was a couple of days ago. It's about how to clean a VCR and how to make money with it. It's called I'm Turning Thrift Store VCRs into Big Profits, and So Can You, or something around those lines. I forget. But I did want to say thank you very much to James Helferstay. Cool dude. Very chill. I haven't seen a lot of his videos, but I'm going to go watch some of his videos. But I know that he was laughing throughout the video. He did give some additional pointers that I didn't even give on there, which is great. So you guys should check out his channel. And I am going to link it down below so you guys can see it. I did want to say thank you. Oh, and mind you, with that, in that video, I use that right there on screen. I use that VCR that I purchased for 15 bucks, and it took 2 days to sell for $109.99 plus $19.99 shipping. After fees and everything, I brought home $91.49 minus the $15. That is about 75 bucks in profit. So for those of you that don't understand that VCRs, or still don't believe that VCRs make money, it took 2 days for me to make 75 bucks off of a $15 investment. That is a great return. Now, VCRs, DVD players, Blu-ray players do have a high return rate because people are like, I don't want to, I thought it was going to look better. Like, especially those that don't understand VCR, maybe they're younger and they don't understand the lack of quality compared to a Blu-ray player. But I risk it anyways. I don't mind the returns. That's fine, because it's very rare when I get actually returns for VCRs. I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm cleaning them properly. I'm making sure that everything's there, and I don't pick up the trashy ones. I pick up only the good ones. In this case, it came with a box, the remote, and the manual. And again, it sold in 2 days. And I will say this, and I will continue to say it. The video is probably what sold it. Do I 100% know? No, I don't, because I haven't talked to the customer. But I shot a video showing them that I cleaned it properly, and it works, and everything is there. Videos sell. Videos create trust between you and your potential customer. Shoot videos. I can't stress this enough. You're not going to do it for everything, but this was a high-priced item. My rule of thumb is that if it sells for a price point of about $50 or more, and it's not new sealed, that you're not going to be opening things, but if it's not new and sealed and it sells over about 50 bucks, you should probably shoot a video. It doesn't take long. This took me about 45 seconds, and this was longer than normal because you got to put the tape in, you got to make sure that it goes in, you got to press play, forward, backward, they got to see the TV, and so on and so forth. But if it's something else, like for example, if this was going to sell for 50 bucks because it was a cool mug, it takes you 15 seconds for you to sell it, for you to verbally say it with enthusiasm to get the customer to come and buy it from you. Please, especially if you're new, start doing that. And those of you that are already like, well, I'm a seasoned seller, I don't have to do that. Bro, I get it. But try something new. Just because you've been doing things for a certain way for a long time doesn't mean that that's still the best way to do it. It might have been the best way before, but not now. Just like me. People teach me things through the comments. They tell me like, hey, did you know this? I'm like, oh shit, I did not know that. Like, okay, well, now I know. Like Jay Free taught me that Nike golf clubs stopped making Nike golf clubs in 2016. And now I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go look for every single Nike golf club because they're super sought after because they're not making them anymore. So always learn from wherever you can. Okay, let's keep going here. Where was I? Lands End shorts. They're women's. First off, I'm not doing women's anything anymore except for jewelry. I'm not, when it comes to apparel, I'm not shooting, or I'm not buying women's. I'm not buying women's shoes. I'm just not. It's a lot harder for me because I don't understand a lot of the fashion behind it. I don't understand the thought process behind how a woman shops. And not that, I mean, it's not that I'm not an idiot. I get that I can go and read and, this is what they're looking for. But I don't care enough to do that. I want to stick to men's because I know men's. I am a man. and I'm going to stick to that category alone. So there you go. Dice and parts. Let me show you this one. So dice and parts do sell. Not all of them sell, but they do sell, especially the ones that are necessary, like the canister. The big canisters, they break all the time because you're hitting them under the, like, say, under a chair when you're vacuuming, or somebody just kicked it. You know, one of your kids is a dumbass and broke it. So now you got to replace it, and you're not going to replace a $250 vacuum just like that. Most people aren't. They want replaceable parts. So therefore they go and get them. This is the one for, what is this? Oh yeah, this is for the mattress. It's an attachment to scrape up hair and whatever, get in between the cracks in the mattress, or like your sofas. And I have sold those before, like a bunch of different ones, but this one just didn't sell, so I'm getting rid of it because I don't want it dragging down my store's STR. Next, I do love little toys like this. Catwoman toy figurine. This Catwoman was in my store for about a year and it still didn't sell. It was a Happy Meal, McDonald's 1993 Happy Meal toy. Certain toys from McDonald's do make big money. Like, I think it was, let me see, what other restaurant? Burger King. I had some Pokemon something or other from Burger King. It sold within one day for like $250 for a set of 10 of those Pokemon. They were like little balls. I don't know shit about Pokemon. I'm not a collector, and I don't really research because I don't want to know about that category. But I know it made me money, and I know it was gonna make me money. Insane. Let's keep going here and let's look at more of my my bad purchases. Oh man, this was so cool. Look at that. More hand shadows. This taught you. Let me see if I have a picture of it inside. Look at that. The Wellington, the Shakespeare, Mike's Pig. Wow. And it showed you how to do it. I just thought it was the coolest thing. It really just was. It went down to $288, $4.99 shipping. I sold one that was different cover of this one. I think that was the more collectible one, but this one didn't sell, so it's going away. Vintage Better Home New Cookbooks. Some of this, the Better Homes, that edition doesn't sell, but some of them do sell. You just have to know which ones, and in order to do that, you got to do your research. I don't remember right now. If not, I would tell you guys, but do your research when it comes to that. Look, more apparel. Marvel Comics Avengers. I really thought that this was going to sell because, hold on, let's see it right there. Because it was kanji, that Japanese look, those really rigid lines. I thought it was cool. Look at that. Captain America. We got Wolverine. We got everybody. Iron Man. Oh man, this was so cool. It also was a medium. When it comes to apparel, in my from my learning, like from what I've seen in my own store, largest, extra largest, 2XL, and 3XL sell best. Always. Mediums and smalls, I guess people that are medium and small don't really buy online or they don't buy on eBay. Here we go. Vintage Paul Sebastian glass picture frame for photo. Okay, this was one of those things that I bought it at auction with a whole bunch of other merchandise that did sell. First off, that nobody likes stuff like that anymore. This is very old lady looking. Look at that. That is so old lady looking. Ugh. Whatever, but I put it up because I made a mistake that a lot of newbies make and a lot of people make. Well, I already have it here. Might as well put it up to see if it sells. If you're saying shit like that, that's just the wrong way to think about business. Because to see if it sells, you're just rolling the dice. That's not okay. You're going to be putting up a bunch of crap in your store and feel good that you have a whole bunch of listings, but none of those listings are going to move. So make sure that your STR is as high as possible. Make sure that the item is actually collectible or people want it, and then put it in your store, because it does take time for you to clean it. If you need to clean it, you need to do all kinds of prepping. You need to shoot the photos. You need to put it away. And then when it doesn't sell, you still need to go extract it from your inventory and get rid of it. It's just a lot of time that you won't get back. And again, I am a very seasoned seller that does well. And I still said, Nambe, let's just do it. Let's just do it. And this was about a year and 3 months ago. And why? Because, I don't know, sometimes I'm an idiot. You just forget. You know, you break your own rules. So do as I say, not as I do. Okay, let's go to this one. This was a cool one. I can't believe nobody bought this one. This is so vintage for a collector of calculators, because trust me, there are collectors. Texas Instrument calculator. I think nobody bought it because of this. Hold on. There you go. It was missing the back part. It was missing the lid. And I said, well, I understand. You can just put some tape on it. But people that are collectors, they want it as pristine as possible, right? This was the TI 1200. It looked super good. It was in working condition. I did test it, but it didn't sell, and that's all right. Okay, before we go forward, I am going to show, well, let's go to another comment or question. Okay, look at this. This is my favorite segment called Who Be Talking Shit. People love this segment because there's always people talking shit on YouTube sending me comments. This person, I don't even know, what is that, Greek? I think that's Greek language. Anyways, they say, don't believe you. They are referencing how to get more sales on eBay, hack the algorithm. First of all, I don't think they watched the video because I think they're thinking there is no way to hack the algorithm. Well, actually, there is no way to hack the algorithm. And within the first minute and a half, I tell you, for those of you that are listening to people that say, well, this is an awesome hack. There is no hack. You can't fuck with the algorithm. The only thing you can do is be very good and be very consistent at the basics. Learn that you have to take really good photos, buy product that has very high STR, maximize your listings using something like this. This is a master file of how to make a listing. Brand name, model, type, descriptives, and extras. If you can follow that and make your listings towards, using that for your listings, you'll be okay. So for this guy that said, and I just put, thanks for watching. Sometimes I don't even want to respond as much as I like to talk shit back. Sometimes I'm like, nah, man, it's too late. I'm tired. I don't even want to respond to this moron. And then it says, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what that means. But thank you very much. I can't even pronounce your name. You have now made this week's segment of Who Be Talking Shit. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. All right, let's go back. Here we have vintage Wonder Art automatic hook, rug, needle, and sewing notions. What the hell is that? Oh, that's my girl. She is a professional costume designer, and she's got like everything that she could possibly need in her room. She's got sewing machines. She's got sergers. She's got everything. And I think that she bought it because we were going to use it for something, and then she wasn't able to use it, so we decided to put it up for sale, and it didn't sell. It went down to $388, $40.99 shipping, and that's unfortunate because these things are necessary. I mean, nobody's making them anymore. And don't ask me about any of this. Anytime that something like this comes up, it's all her. And I'm like, you know what? Can you test this? Can you fuck with this? Can you do this? Can you do that? And she does that for me. Because I do buy quite a bit of sewing machines, vintage and new, and they do make money. In fact, I have two there that she hasn't even touched because, I'm asking and she's like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. So now she's costing me money. And I know that she can hear me because she is off today. She's not working and she's somewhere in the other room, probably rolling her eyes out of her skull, and that's all right. It's always fun this way. What better way to talk shit to your significant other than on YouTube, right? Oh, that's always fun. Nah, she's cool. She doesn't mind. Okay, Astro's women's hat cap. Again, women's hat cap. It didn't sell. I'm not even gonna go through that. That was it's just a regular hat. Logitech Carl Zeiss webcam. So webcams do well, except this is a very old webcam. And Carl Zeiss, that is the glass that they use so they can be super pristine, so it can look real good. Just for you guys to know. These do well, some of them, like the newer ones, but that one didn't. I did sell two of them, and that was the only one that was left over. And I bought them at some thrift store someplace. You see, she passes by, and she gave me the finger. I told you she was listening. Here we go. Air Jordan 85 Jumpman short sleeve t-shirt. Why the hell didn't that sell? Most Jordan stuff sells, I guess because, I don't know. If you guys know why that didn't sell, let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, give this video a like, share this with anybody that needs to see it, especially people that are making mistakes like all the ones that I'm showing you now. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so we can get to 10K. At 10K subs, which I'm almost there, I need about 450. I'm going to have a party. Sorry, you guys aren't invited because, you know, I'm not going to have you in my house, but we're all going to celebrate together live. It's going to be fun. And I'm assuming that I'm going to be there by or before January 19th. I think that's the date that I set. Hold on. Let me make sure so I can tell you guys now for those of you that are wondering when it's going to be. Oops, 2025. Well, why am I in still 2024? Jesus. Yep, it's scheduled so far for January 19th unless I don't make it to 10K. So if you guys can help me with that, that would be greatly appreciated. And by the way, I didn't hear it because I had my phone off, but somebody just bought the Reselloupe. 2 left. Yep, somebody just bought it. I have 1 left. And I am going to be printing more, but all of our old printers, they just got all kinds of fucked up. I bought a new printer. We're setting it up today to start printing by maybe tomorrow, maybe the following day, but I have family coming in, so you know how that gets. But I am going to start printing these again, but we have 1 left. If you guys want it, you got to get it now. If not, you're going to miss out, suckers. Okay, there we go. Keep going. Vintage Rosetta with a Z. Doll clutch or doll Dutch girl. Let's see this one. Close eye. Oh yeah, and this closes it closes her eyes when you lay her down. So I wanted to get into dolls for a long time because I know that they can make gobs of money, but I don't know enough, obviously, as you can tell from there. I just thought they were super cute, and I always think that they're creepy as shit. I hate dolls in the house. That's why this bitch is at the warehouse, because they just creep me out. My mom used to have a big ass doll in Mexico when we would go to Mexico every single weekend when we were real young, and that doll would just be sitting there looking at you, and my mom's like, "Mom, can you put that away?" She's like, "No, her mom gave it to her." And I'm like, "So what? It's creepy as shit." So every time that we would pass by that room, we would go like this. No, hombre, I'm not even gonna look because you were so scared that I was gonna move like and look at you. Ugh. Creepy shit. Anyways, I'm glad that I'm getting rid of this because they also, I don't know if you guys believe in the ghost woo-woo stuff, but they say that it can hold, you know, somebody's spirit, or it can hold whatever, just energy in it. I'm like, oh, I'm not even gonna, I don't believe in any of that, but just in case. Okay, here we go. Vintage cookbooks, more cookbooks. Hot Wheels Oshkosh Snowplow. This was a little Hot Wheels. I thought it was super cool. It does come with another set, like with a bigger set. I didn't have the set. I did sell, or I got this from a big lot, so this was one of the leftovers. It's only been up for 6 months, but I'm getting rid of it anyways because I need more space where my jewelry is kept, because I am going to be doing a lot more jewelry in 2025. That's one of my new categories, is jewelry and costume jewelry, and also, you know, sterling and gold and whatever jewelry, especially timepieces. I can't believe I got away from selling timepieces, which is one of my passions. It's just sometimes I don't find them, and then I just forget about them, and I just stopped. I work on my own all the time, but man, I gotta get back to it. Okay, anyways, here we go. Vintage license plates. License plates do well, and I got these for 10 cents, which is nothing, but not all of them actually. And this one, let's see it. Oh, because it was all terrorized. Look at that. The back was nasty too. The front was nasty, but it was decently vintage from 1980. I thought it would still look cool, like at a bar somewhere, but obviously somebody else didn't think that. Nobody from Oklahoma wants my plates. British Airways black cosmetic bag. I'm going to get rid of that too. Southwest Airlines ID lanyards. I'm going to get rid of those too. Airlines items do well. Depends on the airline. Depends on the year, the era. Especially, what is that called? That blue... Oh my God, not Continental. What was it called? Sweetheart, what was the blue bag that I had? She doesn't remember either. Pan Am. There we go. Pan Am. Pan Am Airlines merchandise sells really well. I remember I put a bag, like an old vintage bag, along with a shirt together, and I sold it for like $120 to Florida. It was insane. It was great. Okay, here we go. Angel with US flag label pin. That was cool. It was in my store for 10 months and still didn't sell. Well, I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to give that to my mom. She's going to like that. Terminator 3 War of the Machines PC CD-ROM. I'm going to get rid of that too. more beer cans. And before we keep going, let me stop right here. Let's take another question or comment. Oh, right here. At David Kelber 3485. David Kelber is part of the posse. You can become part of the posse as well for a minimum of $3 up to $9.99. It helps the channel and you get additional content. And this is what he said. Truly enjoy your videos. First person I watch that is down to earth, straightforward, no bullshit, and likes to have some fun doing what you do. I really do. I have a ton of fun doing videos like this. I have a ton of fun running my business, and I just do. And he is referencing What the FAQ Thursdays. During What the FAQ Thursdays, I deep dive into whatever questions were sent to me on Wednesday when I do a post for my posse members. They send me reseller related or not questions. It doesn't matter what it is. And I deep dive as much as I can into that. And it is a very straightforward conversation like this. No editing, no bullshit, no ads. It's just me and you, me and the entire posse talking about whatever they feel they want to talk about, whatever questions they have. And then I also introduce topics of my own, talking about everything and anything. I've done AI before. I've talked about, what have I talked about? The marketing campaign for Jaguar, which was freaking horrible, and they fucked up the entire brand. I've talked about anything and everything. It's just so we can get, first of all, out of our own space and think about business in general, and also about things that have nothing to do with business, maybe just personal development, things like that. So if you guys want to join, click the join button down below. Here we go. Let's keep going. Where are we? Glasses frames. So these were vintage glasses. I thought they looked good. Like the frames were decent. The shapes were good. They were very like in right now, but they didn't sell. $2.87. And these didn't sell because they were unbranded. The unbranded ones are going to be hard to sell. I did buy a whole bunch in a lot. I sold a bunch of them, and then these were the leftovers. So I'm getting rid of them. NRA ILA hat cap. The NRA caps do well if they are certain ones. This one, I think it didn't do well because it's so dark. And it's not my pictures. It's just dark. They have black stitching over a dark green hat. You can't really see it. And a lot of the people that wear the NRA, they wear it for a reason. They want to make sure that, you know, that you see the NRA logo. So they didn't sell. It's going out of the market or off the market, off my store. Cat Caterpillar, that's another one. This is a racing one. I got to show you this one. Chase Elliott, number 9. Look at that. It was pretty cool. But that's not the ones that sold. I have sold a bunch of Napa racing ones, but this one didn't sell. Lego, the movie 3D Blu-ray. Most Blu-rays, even at that price point, I would keep them because it helps me protect the store, making more and more sales, helping with the STR. But in this case, I got rid of it because I want that for me. I'm putting it into my own library. Here we go. Slack glass lamp accents. These are for people that do work on like old vintage lamps and things like that. Like for example, Janelle Art. JanelleArt.com. JENEL art.com. She is a long subscriber of the channel. She is super awesome. I've purchased some of her art before. You guys should go check it out. JanelleArt.com. Her art is super cool. That's what she, like that type of person would use something like that to fix an old lamp or to make something new out of it. Let's keep going here. Vintage crystal cut glass. Man, I'm going to keep these. These are going to my bar. You can put candy in it. You can put, I don't know, whatever in it. You can put matches for those, you know, people that come into the house that want to smoke, and they maybe like match sets. $38.93 for a pair, and one of them was really big. Oh man, 8 inches and 6 inches. Well, you know, you can't sell everything, right? By the way, let me say this: everything that I'm getting rid of, I'm gonna pick through some of it because I am keeping some of it, like I said, for myself. But a lot of the rest of it is just gonna go away. If you are in the San Antonio, Austin area, and you want all of this stuff for super cheap, as in $1 to $3 per item, let me know in the comments below, because I would rather give it to you than go and take it to some bullshit place like Goodwill or something like that. I can go take it to, there's also Hospice's place, or I can take it to I think the Catholic Church has a thrift store. I can take it there. But if you guys want it, let me know in the comments below and I'll meet up with you and you can take it all. Look, and what is all? Let's look at this one. I like this one. Can't believe that didn't sell. Look at that. That's a cute little bird. Paperweight glass Murano style. It wasn't Murano. It was Murano style. Maybe I did overprice it for $21.90. That's probably why it didn't sell, but that's okay. I like paperweights. I'm probably going to keep that one. It's going to be behind here. Vintage MCM texture glass. These normally do well. I've sold a bunch of these. Not that specific design, but a lot of these have sold the MCM style because some people have old homes that they don't really want to redo to make them look super modern. They have modern things like Wi-Fi. They change out maybe the popcorn ceiling to solid, but they want to keep the light fixtures. And these do sell. That one just didn't sell. It was in my store for, 11 months. Didn't sell. That's all right. This one I kept. This is actually, I'm using it for Christmas and it's in my bar now. It's got candy in it. My girl put some chocolates, or I don't know what the hell she put in there. She put chocolates, I think. Vintage green glass divided candy dish, lip and handles, snack party tray. I love that. That's super cool. Let's keep going. Milk glass jars, silver lids, cold cream. Look, these are all milk glass jars. I did sell some of these because I had a whole crap ton of them. I put them in lots of 8, lots of 4, and lots of 2. And maybe, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to get rid of these completely or get rid of them from my listings and put them all together and maybe make a lot of 8 and just price them down. They're just a pain in the ass to ship because you have to put them all together and then you got to put them in a big box because you got to protect them on the way over there. And I don't know if I want to do all that. Here, let's take another question before we take the last of the items. I think I was here. Oh, there we go. At Shannon Greenlaw 88. She is a posse member. She is referencing big money. I'm turning thrift store VCRs into big profits and you can too. She says, I have an Android phone and it doesn't give me an option to record or upload to eBay listing on eBay app. And I'm like, ooh, good one. I am not going to answer this. Somebody else is going to answer this for me. Check this out. At Steve Ash 4772 says, bonus tip about videos. Many resellers think you can add videos right from your phone. This is false. You can. Just use a browser like Chrome on your phone. Works great. You can also do all the other things you thought were desktop only, like ending and selling similar, running sales, and other stuff. I don't typically do this because I have my office in an awesome setup that I do everything here. But I know that you can do a lot of the desktop things, like he says, on your phone. I've never tried the video, so don't hold me to that. But I'm assuming it works because why would he put it on there? Most people that come to the channel and comment, almost always they're correct because they're just trying to help. So if you guys know otherwise, or if you know a different way to do it, leave it in the comments below. But again, shooting videos for your products helps. In fact, I haven't even shot a video for this because I was just so busy releasing it and making more. But I am going to shoot a video and put it on my listing on eBay so you guys can see it. I might even just do it on the phone to make sure that this works. All right, let's go to the last of the items. Here we go. Hold on. Man, that's a lot of items. I got rid of 100 items. I'm going to go through these faster because I've been on for a while and I don't want you guys to be on all day either. Vintage Keebler Elf drinking glass, 135th anniversary. I thought it was cool. Nobody wanted it yet. It's only been in the store for 4 months, but again, I'm getting rid of almost all glass. Doesn't matter what it is. Ceramic, porcelain, glass, I'm just getting rid of it. Breakables, pretty much. From now on, my version of what I'm going to do with breakables is this. If I see something that is a breakable, it's got to bring me at least $40 to $50 or more in profit in order for me to want to buy it, shoot the pictures, and ship it to someone. That's it. I'm not picking anything else up. As much as I love this, I wish I had a space, and I don't really want to get a space, but sometimes I wish I had a brick and mortar store so all this can go and sell there. But, you know, it is what it is. Vintage 1984 Star Trek glasses. Here, you guys probably want to see these. Those look pretty cool. Falter pan. By the way, don't ask me anything about Star Trek. I don't know shit about Star Trek. But that's those are the glasses. I found them for nothing. It was like $1 each. So I'm not really losing that much. Vintage Austrian crystal glass. Okay, this one I got rid of. First of all, it didn't sell, and I can't believe it didn't sell, but that's going into my fridge. That bitch right there, you're going to see it in some other video with me with a beer in it or something else in it because it is a big ass stein. Steins do well, except most of them, the ones that sell fast have some type of design that is more than that. That's super clear and basic. That's probably why it didn't sell. San Francisco 49ers glasses, New York Rangers glasses. They have rubber bottoms. Vintage MCM Oneida silver plate. That's a butter dish. It's a covered butter dish, and I think it has glass insert. Yes, it does. And that I've only had for 3 months. This will probably sell. People still use that because when you take the butter out and you put it, when there's family or somebody coming, you want it to leave it somewhere, right? Putting it in there keeps it fresh for longer or keeps it cold for longer so it won't be all melty. And it looks super nice. You know what? Now, speaking of that, I might keep it. We have a bunch of butter dishes, though, so who knows? Glass divided plate. Oh, that's nice. That's just divided plates. I've sold these in lots of like 20 or 30. And that's when people buy them when they're in big lots only. Milk glass toothpick holder. That's tiny. That's like this big. That's going too. Here, I'm going to run through these because this is all glass. New York Yankees beer mug. That's going. Wall pocket clear glass cone vase. We just bought that. That's all right. Large bottle stopper. Oh, man. Why did I get rid of that? Oh, okay. Because I'm using it for me. So that large bottle stopper, it works really well. I do have a bottle that needs a stopper for my whiskey, and I'm going to use that. That's pretty cool. In fact, I need to go buy 2 more whiskey bottles because 2 are empty. Or I got to stop drinking. One or the other, right? Vintage salt and pepper shakers, cut glass, silver plated. Those are the salt and pepper shakers. Those are tiny. I bought this for $2. They're brand new, but they didn't sell. That's all right. Let's keep going. Vintage Mikasa leaded crystal. Oh, these candlesticks I'm getting rid of because I want those for the house. Those look pretty. They're very nice. Fire King milk glass serving. Okay, I've seen the other pieces that come with this that have the gold rim, and these Fire King sell. They do sell and they do well. I don't know why this one didn't sell. There was no chips on it. There were no issues on it. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I don't know. I might keep this, but I got way too much Fire King already. I got way too much everything. So I got to get rid of it. MCM Federal Glass mixing bowl. I'm going to get rid of that. Oleg Cassini perfume bottle. Getting rid of that. Libby Christmas Snowman. Oh, man. Getting rid of that, too. And it should have been back here somewhere, but it's not. Brody milk glass. Oh, and you guys want to know something funny or fun? So my girl, when I say that she is a professional costume designer, well, she's good with her hands, and she just walked by with some whatchamacallit, some curtains that she just hemmed because she wants them to look perfect for when my mom comes and our family comes. And I'm just so glad that she does stuff like that because look, we do it for ourselves, right? But you really should take pride in your home. You should take pride that your family is coming and you want it to be as best as possible, to look as best as possible, so they can have a great time and so they can admire your home because you need to take pride in what you own and what you have. I think this is one of the issues that society has right now is that we don't take pride in anything anymore, especially the young kids. They don't give a shit. They just get rid of stuff. Just, oh, I don't care. Oh, I want to rent because I don't want to mow the lawn. I want to do this because I don't want to take care of my house. Like, what the hell? Maybe that is the issue right there. So I love her for that. She did a great job and she did that shit fast. Plus, she's feeling like crap. She's got, I think, a cold. So I'm like, well, sweetheart, cold or not, you still got to do it. So she got up and did it, which is great. Good job. My hat's off to her. Vintage Brody Company milk glass hobnail. Oh, man. Okay, this hobnail stuff, if you have sets of this, it does sell. I've sold a bunch of this. This one maybe because it's small and it was slim, but the pitchers, the steins, not steins, the mugs, they do well, and I've sold them before. I think they went to somewhere in the East Coast, but it is what it is. New York Yankees pint glass set, or the 2 pint glasses. Westmoreland milk glass. Ugh. Glass posted holder. Look at this. Somebody, I remember, asked me, well, how do these work? Well, you put the post-its down and then you put this on top and you take one from the top. It's so heavy that when you do this, it doesn't move. That's it. I might keep this for my office. I don't use a lot of post-its because I use, of course, I don't have it with me. But I use papers. It's like little papers that are this size. I have a whole bunch of pads that I write on that I carry with me everywhere, and that's what I use. Vintage candle holders. Let's see these. Okay, these didn't sell because they're clear stuff. Oh man, it's got to be, if it's not branded with a super sought after brand, you're not really gonna sell it. You're just not. Vintage ashtrays. These are cool. I sold all the other ones. I bought like 25 ashtrays. These are the last 3. They didn't sell. That's okay. I can put them somewhere in the house. And I don't smoke, by the way, but they just look cool. I've always liked ashtrays. I used to smoke from the age of 13, you know, typical freaking Mexico, to the age of about 23. And I've always been a runner, and I know that it was killing me. So I said, you know, I stopped. And I'm perfect now. I'm great. Amethyst purple glass, hand-blown vase. Another beer stein that's going into my fridge. Cruet set. What else do we have here? Duralex Christmas dessert salad plates. And okay. Oh, my girl picked these up. She loved these. I don't know if she's going to want them. Maybe I'll give them to her. But if I give them to her, they go back into the freaking kitchen. And I don't want to do that. So maybe not. And I don't know if she heard me or not, but she's not putting those in the kitchen. We have too much stuff already. Vintage board and dairy centennial glass. We have another MCM. Look, this was cool. I like this one. This is definitely going to my bar because most of the crystal that I have there looks similar to that. That's going to the bar. Let's keep going here. Vintage paperweights, more silver plates. Okay, this one is already at my bar. Vintage snack tray clear. Okay, that I use when people come over. I put peanuts in it and I, you know, use it to hand out peanuts. It's great. It's beautiful. I love that design. So sleek, so basic. You don't need all the hoopla to make something look nice. This chip and dip set. Oh man, that looks so freaking interesting. I might use that this weekend and then get rid of it. We might use it to put some pico de gallo and some chips or something. Ice bucket. This is a Jester ice bucket. I think it's the Jester that's doing it. I don't know what people have with Jesters. Like they're so boring. I've never liked them. They just look freaking weird. Vintage cut glass pitcher. That's big. Woof. And that didn't sell because of price. But it even had the middle part where, look here, let me show you. It even had that right there where it keeps it cold. You can put ice in there and keep whatever is in there cold. And it still didn't sell. I'm going to keep that. That's going to be for summertime. Vintage twist glass amberina cylinder vase. MCM serving. Oh, this is a platter. Okay, this is a chip and dip set again. I love these. Again, if you have a store, a brick and mortar store, you would be able to sell that. And how do I know? Because I bought it from a brick and mortar store. I got it for $2 though, so it was nothing. And maybe it was my crazy pricing for $48, but that's a bitch to ship too. This I'm keeping. Vintage MCM ceramic pitcher, because that style right there is beautiful. It goes with a lot of the things that I have in the house, and it is marked. And again, I can't believe nobody wanted that. What the hell, man? Bella Casa Gans or Gans Christmas decorative plates. If you guys know Gans, they also make what are they called? Stuffed animals. Let's keep going here. Woof. Starbucks Chinese vase. This is already in my house. It's already adorning the front door. So that's already mine. I did put it up for $93 because trust me, when you touch it and you feel it, it looks amazing. It feels amazing. It looks so detailed that I'm not, you know what? I'm not giving that to anybody. That's mine. I love the Japanese culture. It's great. That one is Chinese, by the way, but the Asian culture in general, but specifically the Japanese culture, that doesn't even look Chinese. Let's see. It looks more Japanese to me, but what the hell do I know? My parents are from Mexico. Now, show me something from Mexico and be like, yep, Mexicano right there. Vintage MCM Christmas tree napkin holders. Nobody bought them because there's 3. Ceramic sake wine set. Look at this. And I was wondering about this because I need a new bowl for my dog, for Charlie, the blind dog, and I'm using that. Vintage ceramic dog bowl with lid. It is an Italian-made dog bowl. It is amazing, and it has the lid. I hope that it's not too deep because he is a small dog, but I am definitely going to keep that. That's going to go straight into the kitchen to the floor. Remington ceramic. I don't know why that's in there. Oh, well. Remington ceramic straightener. Remington, some of them do well. This one didn't do well because it's a basic one. The ones that sell usually are because they're adorned. They have like a pattern. They're floral. They're something cool. And those are the ones that sell well. Ceramic Asian Japanese boy figures. These wall pockets. Okay. I sell a lot of wall pockets and I love wall pockets. I can't believe that these didn't sell. Why didn't they sell? Okay. Well, they're Japanese. I'm not sure. If you know, let me know in the comments below. They look cool. I'm getting rid of the ceramic heat lamp. This is for those that have reptiles. That's a heat lamp that I bought. It was brand new. I think I bought it somewhere like at a Goodwill maybe for nothing, for $3. Vintage MCM ceramic leaf divided dish. That's super pretty. I think that's Italian. Is that Italian? Yep. 138 of 1553. It's even signed and numbered. Oh, well. Look at that. You can see it right there. Made in Italy. That is probably going to be in my house. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put it in the coffee table. The problem with putting stuff in my coffee table here is that I can't put chocolates in it. And pretty much I can't put anything that the dogs really want because I have a big ass dog that's 137 pounds. First of all, he's huge, like he's tall. And second, he wants to eat everything. So I can't really put that. I can't put anything in it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Who knows? Last but not least, ceramic Christmas tree. We have the original version of this that I bought for my girl at auction for like $110. No, 100. No, it was more, like $150 or something. I don't remember. But I spent a lot of money for the original vintage version that she had when her mom was still with her. Her mom has passed since then, but I remember her telling me that, and I waited. She went to work, and I waited at the auction. I just paid up for it because I wanted her to have it for Christmas, and that is part of the Christmas, or it's next to the Christmas trees in our corner. And by the way, in my house, there's Christmas trees the entire year, and they're not always Christmas, but there's trees up the entire year, and we just switch out the look of it. Come Valentine's Day, they're red and silver, whatever, colors for Valentine's, and there's hearts and stuff. Some of them are year-round with birds. Some of them, I don't know. It just depends. Whatever makes us happy, that's what we do. And I love it because it does really make me happy. I think that's the last one. And that's it, everybody. Those were the entire list. I didn't click through all of them, but that was the entire list of items that I just got rid of from my store. I'm doing this because periodically I purge my store because it drags your store's STR if you have old items that are just sitting there. Second reason is because it's taking up space. I can use that space, especially because I'm going to start making a lot of my own products and I need to store them somewhere. I'm going to start 3D printing a lot. So I need space. And third, I'm getting rid of a lot of the categories that are just shit categories to be in for me, in my area, for what I like to look for. So I'm going to downsize, not downsize the store because the store will probably get back up to listings again, but I'm going to downsize the amount of categories that I'm using, and I'm going to really focus this here into the categories that I want. In a future video, stay tuned because I am going to be talking about which categories I'm going to be focusing on, why, and what rules I'm going to set for that. To continue to support the channel, you can always buy a motivational product from the store below. You can buy a Reselloupe, which I have one left, like I said, so get it before it's gone. It's also going to be linked down below. And you can become a member of the Resolutions Posse for less than gas station coffee. You get additional videos, additional content, and you also get to help the channel run, stay up, on YouTube forever. As always, give this video a like, share this with anybody that needs to see it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already so you don't miss awesome videos like this. See you in the next one. Peace. And cheers, everybody. Woof, it's coffee today. For those of you that were on live yesterday, thank you very much. For those of you that haven't seen the live, watch the replay. It's really good. I talk about the cloud to ground approach, a way for you to get everything that you want in 2025, whether it be for business, whether it be for personal life, whether it be for the way that you feel, the way that you look, the way that your mind works. It's a roadmap for you to be successful in 2025. Sweetheart, how's it going? So the curtains are ready to go up. You're making too much noise over there.